Merry Christmas Eve, man. I had to react to this big news out of Georgia, man. I think if you were in the inner Georgia circles, you pretty much knew this was a foregone conclusion, but a big time landing in the transfer portal. Georgia just put on an absolute clinic right now, getting players to come in. They add to, obviously, their class and the running backs. 2024, obviously, you had Dwight Phillips, Chauncey Bowens, and then Nate Frazier. This only adds to it. Got to see what happens, obviously, with, I believe, Kendall Miller end up leaving and DeJohn Edwards, but absolutely retooling for the Georgia Bulldogs. Had a great year for Florida. He was the reason why they had the big upset at home against Tennessee this past season. In so far in his career, over 1,400 plus yards, 14 touchdowns last year, 753 yards, and 8 touchdowns. It's just a big time get, man. You don't get much better than that. So you add this with what they've already done. They've landed the Miami receiver as well. Okay, so back to Miami receiver Kobe Young. They landed him. That was a big time get to add to the wide receiver class. Then he landed Landon Humphreys from Vanderbilt. So you add that with what you already got coming back. Still got to see what happens with Lab McConkey. But if you could bring him back, obviously, and you got Rosemary Jack Saint, Ra Thomas, and then you add the 2 transfers in the portal, and then you add another really great tailback to add into the class. Obviously, got to see what their roles are carved out for them, but you're going to find a lot about this Georgia team come spring practice, especially when they get back into the offseason training and when they get into the first team reps for spring training, man. But Georgia, nonetheless, man, put on an absolute clinic. Kirby Smart, the recruiting class, is doing a phenomenal job right now, man. It's a big-time get for them. He's ranked number 8 in the transfer portal and the number 1 running back. So Georgia's, man, they really getting it done. They're going to be, I think, right back there in that conversation next year. Already brought back Carson Beck, adding the class, and they just got the former South Carolina player, too, to add depth to their defensive line and their defensive line room. So I think, man, they're going to be very impressive next year. They're doing it yet again. I think Georgia, obviously got to culminate and come together, but you get your quarterback back. You're laying these pieces in the transfer portal. Just put on the clinic. With just recruiting and getting these guys in there. Now I just got to get them to perform. But this is a major get for the Georgia program.